good evening, good morning, good night, you lovelies. It is the one, the only Cappy D Bar, and we are here to discuss some motherfucking graps. Hope all of you are having a great one. However you were catching this, whenever you were catching this. Now, very interesting, all right? About T-minus 24 hours ago, I met Fantano. Yeah, the internet's busiest music nerd. That was very weird. Bro just pulled up on me. Like, that was very weird 48 hours I've had to process, right? I've also skimmed through the Oscars, right? Here's gonna be my all-around take on the Oscars. Them giving Sinners a cute performance, but not movie of the year. Not a fan of that. Shout out to Ryan Coogler for his award and Michael B. Jordan for his award. But Delroy deserved that award. And so did Woonie. So, I mean, yeah, that's where I'm at with that. Rooting for everybody black. Hey, it is what it is. That was everything I had to say about the Oscars. We're going to be steamrolling directly into March 15, 2026. Revolution. All right, this pay-per-view kicked off at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Tony, come here, Tony. Don't ever do that shit again. Don't ever do that again. I was up until about 12:40, right? Just thinking like, man, these niggas still going. Man, these niggas still like, bro. The admiration that I have for some of those people in that crowd, man. All the piss breaks. How do they synchronize the piss breaks? Honestly, that's a genuine question. I know there was at least 2 to 3 beers flowing there's at least 2 to 3 beers in that crowd. All right, 2 to 3 beers on average for each row. Goddamn, how did they synchronize those bathroom breaks? There was so much. Well, oh my god, those lines during the intermissions must have been crazy. Oh, I just can't think about it. I can't think about it for any longer. We start this show off, right, with a Jack Perry winning the Blackjack Royal 21 Royal. It's kind of like a Royal Rumble thing, but it's not the Royal Rumble. And it was fine. Jack Perry winning, it's fine. I'm not gonna lie though, I caught pieces of this. I had some like really hard issues getting into this fucking pay-per-view due to Thriller TV. Thriller TV crashed. It fucking crashed for some reason. It was a whole lot of weird shit about this pay-per-view, right? But I started the pay-per-view when I started it, and I officially called it when the Young Bucks versus FTR. Now, I am no oracle, but I told you niggas that match would be one of the best matches of the year, arguably of the millennium. Was I wrong? Was I fucking wrong? Am I ever wrong about my tag team takes, about my secondary card takes? Honestly, am I? No, I'm not. The Young Bucks go out there and they wrestle like it's 2010. They go out there and they wrestle like it's 2012. They go out there and they wrestle like they're stepping into a PWG ring. That shit was amazing. FTR quite literally digs into every single bag of tricks that they can find to come out on top. And at the end of it, they just end up just beating the shit out of the Young Bucks. It took, I don't even know what happened to Nick Jackson. I can't even remember. But Matt Jackson gets hit with like 2 back-to-back shattered dimensions or shattered dreams. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, the blading in this match was fucking amazing. Bro, I cannot fucking stop talking about this. I can't stop thinking about it. I was moved to tears. This match was great. All right, there was moments where like Nick Jackson was just talking to his children, talking to his family at ringside. There was insane moments where like Nick and Matt Jackson, they took over like the entire match. Oh man, it was great. It was fucking great. I genuinely can't stop gushing about this match. I can't. Like he kicks out at 1 and it was like that was like my breaking point, bro. At that point, that was my breaking point. I couldn't do it after that, man. It was so great to watch. Also, I mean, I can't stress enough what we get from FTR every single time they step into those ropes. It's good. It's quality tag team wrestling. And you niggas thought that FTR couldn't hold the belts. You niggas thought that FTR weren't worthy of the strap. And look at what they putting on. Look at what they just put on with the Young Bucks. Legendary shit. I can't give enough credit to FTR, bro. Everybody involved with this match, from the referee all the way to Stokely, bro. Fucking just 5, 10 stars, nigga. Like, whoa, my God. And that's the only thing I guess I'll kind of like get into the weeds with AEW about. Having such a phenomenal match like this this early in the night. I don't know. I don't know. Personally, if you think about it, right, Willow should have had this match, right? Because she loses the belt. Willow's very over. That's a good way to deflate the crowd, to build them back up, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but I wouldn't have put these Young Bucks in this FTR match this early in the card. They tear the fucking house down, man. Oh my, I can't spend any more time on it, but oh man, the Young Bucks put on a great match. It's not even high octane offense. It's just like 1,000 level IQ. Like, they have accumulated so much intelligence from the experience in that ring that they can just move in the blink of an eye. Everything that they imagine, they can perform gracefully, and it's, oh man, to think that they're not going to be wrestling in 10 more years is fucking wow, man. Wow. All right, we got to keep pushing. All right. I really liked the Cage and Christian return after, again, the Bucks go under. Cage and Christian return. A lot of returns tonight, so get ready for that. Yeah, this was a good execution of the sport, bro. Honestly, there's nothing else to chop this up to. This was a great execution of the sport. Of tag team wrestling. Right after this, we get a match between Toni Storm and Marina Shafir. I love women's wrestling. Like, Toni Storm is the epitome of what women's wrestling is, right? She has a way when in her performance and in her just her visuals, right, from the massive overbeat glam of her makeup and the traditional style of her wrestling, right? The over sexualization that women's wrestlers get 9 times out of 10 is now immediately reverted back to the match, right? With them using the sexual tropes, right, such as like being in bras and being in bikinis, and they use that against the audience, right? Like it gets gruesome, it gets hard to watch, right? It doubles down on the idea of these women being gladiators, right? Not just Barbie dolls. And that's why I love Toni Storm. I fucking adore women's wrestling. I mean, Mercedes Moné is on a great fucking insane legendary run, returning all the titles back to the indie scene, giving these indie shows what they deserve. She just dropped a belt. She just dropped the EWA belt to a wrestler called Mila Schmidt, right? These are things that are happening in the wrestling world, right? And Toni Storm, thank God for women like her, and thank God for women like Mercedes Moné, right? For women like Bayley, right? The 4 horsewomen who have just revolutionized this thought of women's wrestling not just being like bras and panties matches. It's more, and it's more than just that, and they can reach higher heights than they've already reached, all right, just giving them the opportunity, right? So this is a very good match. Again, Marina Shafir looks very strong in that ring. She kind of plays this like light powerhouse thing. It's kind of the same gimmick that we're kind of getting from Buff Body Swerve. It's kind of like light powerhouse, him going up against a big guy. But Marina Shafir, very tough in that ring. Again, Toni Storm, she has this way of just like hitting very stiff. She has a very stiff way to go about, like she has a very stiff way about going about her graps. I adore, bro. It's great. It's fucking great to watch. They look like everything in that, like it looks like everything in that ring hurts. And that's the real trick, right? Because I guarantee you these 2 women are fine, right? But everything that they're selling, it looks like they're trying to take each other's heads off. That's great. That's amazing. Hey, that's amazing for the sport. Okay, I had a great time watching this match. We can talk about briefly the Ronda Rousey return. A lot of people are against Ronda Rousey for some comments that she's made, but she has worked in Ring of Honor, within the past 5 years. So I think the ship's kind of already sailed, right? This industry, this wrestling industry, the reason why I champion women's wrestling so much, right, is because it is a very perverse, it is a very disgusting industry, and they do kind of coddle a lot of really toxic, not to give a nod to Kit Wilson, behavior, right? There are people such as Michael P. Hayes, John Laurinaitis, Vince McMahon, right, who made human beings' lives nightmares, right? There are individuals like a Brock Lesnar, even to the extent, right, of an Alberto Del Rio who step into a performance ring and not thinking that no one's gonna have any assessment of the past things that they've done, right? And that's just simply not living in reality. So saying all this to say, anyone who criticizes Ronda Rousey, they're valid in those criticisms, but with those criticisms, we have to criticize the entire industry, and I take no problem in doing that. So saying all that to say, I understand it. I understand where it's coming from. Honestly though, Toni Storm's great. Marina Shafir controls like 90% of the match, but she does end up losing, honestly, just from Toni Storm being able to outsmart her, right? Like she bites Marina's Marina's breast to win, all right? Just based as fuck. I'm sorry, like just based as fuck. I don't know what to tell you. All right, next match on the card that we will be discussing, all right, will be Takeshita Konosuke and Jonathan Moxley, the Ace versus the Alpha. There's no sugarcoating. There's no sugarcoating anything that happens in this match. Jon Moxley makes it his mission, all right, to take the head of Konosuke Takeshita. It is what it is. It is what it is. Now, I'll be honest. These two going on right after Marina Shafir, and I'm not gonna lie, right? Like going on directly after Marina Shafir, I didn't know if we were just getting like Death Rider Chronicles for like a good two-fourths of this card. But I was mistaken. I was mistaken in saying that, right? We do not see any of the other Death Riders. No Claudio, no Yuta. I think Pac is on the pre-show, right? So that doesn't really Leo Rush is on the pre-show. You know what I mean? Shout out to Leo Rush, by the way. He went viral, right? So that's pretty cool. There's a lot of interesting things about this pay-per-view, right? But the main thing that I have to drive home is just the capability that we get in wrestlers, right? Now, Jon Moxley, he is a heel for a good portion of this match, and I said that he was trying to kill Takeshita, because he was trying to kill Takeshita, and as he was going so heelish, I was just questioning. I was like, man, like, where'd all this heel energy come from? He was just a face, biggest face of the company, blase, like so many things, which is why I genuinely assumed Konosuke was going over. He should have gone over, but that's neither here nor there, right? He didn't go over, and eventually after the brutality stopped, right? Because it was a lot of brutality. I'm not gonna. It was just these two niggas just hating each other, right? Now, this is where we had the second kick out at 1. I'll be honest, chat. I'll be honest, this is one too many. The one with Nick Jackson was fine. The one with Nick Jackson was perfectly fine. I did not love this kick out. I think that Konosuke should have had this match won maybe 3 minutes earlier than the match ended. But I mean, honestly, we're going to get to that main event, boy. Oh, we're going to get to that main event. Konosuke Takeshita, he is easily one of the best wrestlers in that locker room. There's no fucking debating that. And I can't honestly give enough credit to New Japan Pro Wrestling for even putting the belt on Konosuke and allowing him to even come back, right? Because Konosuke Takeshita is a guy you could take on a circuit 9 days out the week, like that. But yes, I know there's 7 days in the week, all right? What I'm telling you is that he is capable of that much work. He's great. He's great. Konosuke Takeshita is a generational talent. And I thought that he'd be going over, really furthering this Moxley and Konosuke feud. Should be a feud, but, it dies here. After Moxley delivers 2 Death Riders right on his skull, by the way. Like, fuck, man. Alpha. The Alpha came out of this looking crazy. I'm not going to hold you. Now, I literally made him my new profile picture because I was like, Jesus, man. Jesus. But saying all this to say, Jon Moxley, he ends up going over, and we get a return of Willie Ospreay. All right, now if you're keeping track, this is the fourth. This is the fourth return that we've had, counting Ronda Rousey's appearance in ROH. So Ospreay returns. He runs down to the ring at the speed of Mach, right? Like fucking 9, right? He hits the ring, incredible speed. He takes Moxley's head off. And at this time, I'm like, why did Moxley go back in the ring? I'm like, Mox, why did you was running away. You were halfway up the ramp. Why is like, I don't know why Mox went back, bro, but he went back. He got his head taken off. Was what it was. What I will say is Ospreay looks in great shape. Looks great. He looks great. He's moving great. He took a bump that was a little. I didn't like that. Wait, no, it wasn't even a bump. He did a move that was a little. my nigga, keep it easy. Like, I didn't like that. I didn't like that fucking, bro, hit a spiral tap. He like a standing spiral tap. And I was like, okay. He was like 3 inches away from the apron. Whatever. He turned out fine. Everything was fine. And after this, right, I'm not going to hold you. This was maybe one of the better segments of the night, getting directly into this Dogs versus Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin with Roderick Strong match. It was, I'm saying that Mox match was a better match simply because getting into this match specifically, I wasn't there for it, man. I'm sorry, I wasn't there for it. Like, and I think one of the bigger things about that trios match is it leads so much to the idea of the Dogs and like the Death Riders and like, you know, the Death Riders adjacent having so much rule and control on like the backstage politics, not like in kayfabe obviously, right? But like they have so much control and so much pull backstage. Gabe Kidd cuts a promo right next to Tony Khan saying fuck New Japan Pro Wrestling. Like there are just certain things that there are aspects to their character, right, that really fit into the Death Riders gimmick, right? Even like Clark Connor's like nonchalant, like smoker attitude. It's good, it fits, right? But just on paper, I don't know why they're wrestling here. I don't know why. I thought this was going to be Gabe and Darby. But like they just made a coffin match for Wednesday for Gabe and Darby on this pay-per-view. I don't know. I swear I thought this was going to be a singles match. Even if it wasn't a singles match, it should have been. The fuck's wrong with Roderick Strong versus Dave Finlay? Are you niggas crazy? Like, and understanding that's not a pay-per-view match, right? But I don't know, nigga. Put a CPU in it, like I don't know. Make it a steel cage. Give me something, bro. Because why are we getting this? Why? And then I'm thinking back to Athena, right? I'm thinking back to Persephone. I'm thinking back to Bozilla. Like, are we utilizing the full capability of this fucking roster with CMML right there? You know, are we? I don't feel like we are. The Dogs end up going under again on paper. I don't know why that happens, but it happens. And you know, there's a couple of cool spots. You know, Darby Allin hits a pretty cool skateboard spot. Gabe Kidd, he's great. Personally, Gabe, hey brother, I know you probably don't give a fuck, right? Between me and you, a little too much spit. Just hey, I think it's great. Little too much, just a smidge too much. But I don't hate it, but it was just unneeded. And that's just the unfettered truth. No John Fetterman, right? We're going to be talking about this Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron match. The Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron match with not the Sisters of Sin, my apologies, with the former what was it, the Mega Babes, right? Penelope Ford being injured is unfortunate, but Lena Cross is great. Lena Cross is very smooth in that ring. Reminds me a lot of Kiana James. Very fresh, a lot of talent. And a lot of opportunity just from Lena Cross paired with Megan Bayne. It's just been very smooth, very honestly enjoyable to watch. And Megan Bayne's great. All the minutes that her and Willow have are phenomenal. Everyone looked really good in this match. But you know, Willow lost, and I'm pissed, right? So that's it. That's it. That's the top and the end of it. All right. My agendas aren't coming through, and now I'm unhappy. So it's what it is. Let's get into our very interesting. Let's get into our very interesting. All right, Women's World Championship match. And when I say interesting, I mean just something to marvel at. It was it's weird, right? I just assumed Chris would be going over. I'm sorry. Call me crazy, right? But Chris loses, so Thekla wins this, and then FTR won their match, right? But another heel wins the match later, and it's just a lot of heel wins, a lot of heel victories going on around this bitch. I don't like it. Hey, I don't like it. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm not a fan. All right, listen, I grew up on Jeff Hardy or Shawn Michaels. All right, I don't like when heels win ever. I'm a mark. Hey, it is what it is. I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want me to tell you, right? But Thekla looks great. Thekla is again, arguably generational talent, bro. Arguably generational talent. Like, I'm not gonna lie, she is a great world champion. The press conference that she cuts after this is really good. You know, she's a cheap heel, and I'm not gonna hold you. The Sisters of Sin, they work for me. They do work for me. The ref bump was a little suspended. The crowd counted to 7, and Chris was like visibly frustrated because like obviously the ref isn't there. But I just think like in kayfabe it makes sense also that she doesn't want to be kind of like belittled by like the idea of the ref not giving her the win, by the crowd like chanting her. Like I don't know, I can see in Chris's character like her taking that as something that Thekla could use as ammo for later on, like, oh, you thought you could win because the crowd counted your win, but guess what, the ref wasn't there, or something like that, right? And even like the ref not knowing who like kicked him while he was down, after like only Thekla could have. Thekla like heaved that nigga out the ring. She heaved him out the ring, and then she like kicked him while she was like, what are we doing? What are we doing? I don't know. So the ref bump wasn't my favorite part of the night, but you know, the Sisters of Sin getting involved, expected that. I do not think that Chris is going to be getting a world title opportunity back. I do not think that Chris Statlander is going to be getting a world championship opportunity in the near future. But realistically, she's probably going to be going against Willow. Being that Willow did just drop her tag title. So, I mean, there are pieces here that are like, you know, very, you know, we can make something of them, right? But again, I'm not a fan of Willow losing. But again, oh Lord. But again, I'm not a fan of the faces losing. I'm not a fan of the faces losing at all. A lot of face losses for tonight. I think maybe that's why I'm somewhat happy. It's like all of my agendas just died. Like this nigga Tony just killed all my agendas. Like damn. Like so fuck me and my stocks, right? Oh Lord, all right. But Chris is great, man. Chris is great. Good challenger. I'm looking forward to everything that she can get with Willow in the near future. Maybe even some stuff. Maybe, you know, who knows? Maybe she steps into the tag division. Who knows? But I'm again. Very cool match. Very, very cool match. Let's talk about, all right, one of the better matches of the night. All right, no question about it. Andrade El Idolo and Bandino, all right, the world's most dangerous gunman, all right, have a really just honestly phenomenal fucking match. There's nothing else to say about it. No AJ Styles. This match was fucking phenomenal. And I think everything that Andrade brings to the table, just in terms of just like showability, right? Like in terms of likability, in terms of charisma, it works, bro. He got over fake tapping a number into women's phones. I love it. It's great. It's fucking good. Like what? Can you niggas be entertained by something? Just be entertained for 2 seconds, right? Listen, the crowd begs for Andrade to take his pants off. He doesn't do it, right? Bandino takes his pants off. He walks out in Super Dragon gear. Can you niggas enjoy anything? This was a great fucking match. Bandino is one of the best wrestlers in that locker room. Top 20, no question. Maybe top 10. And him being where he was in the PWI ranking for last year, completely valid. Completely fucking valid. He literally performs on every single metric Andrade pushes him to. When that goes to strength, endurance, speed, Bandino meets Andrade in all of those categories, and then he gives you a massive burst of just perseverance and never die attitude, which is just great. It's fucking great, man. Andrade, he goes nuts. He goes nuts, and I'm not gonna lie. Andrade's best qualities are easily how he performs in just quick thinking decisions. There are so many grappling sequences where I'm just like, there's no way they talked this out. Visually, you can't do that on the fly, right? And I want to go back and revise something really quick. Konosuke actually got choked out by Moxley. He didn't get 2 death drivers and get taken out, but that's neither here nor there. That was so far back in the video, whatever. But I'm saying all this to say the perseverance that Bandino shows, it's great against Andrade's just really stiff and just ugly. Like it's like it looks like it hurts. It looks like it's going to leave you bruised and welted up after. Like, oh my gosh, Andrade, and the way he works with luchadors, I said that him doing what he was doing on some of those earlier bouts would eventually lead to him getting Bandino. He got Bandino. We got what we got. Nigga, I'm happy. I'm sorry. I'm happy. This nigga Bandino hit a fucking 21 plex while Andrade was prone. He was laying down on the ground. That shit was great. It was great, bro. Bro, this nigga Bandino, he hit a world's strongest slam, but he did a moonsault as he was hitting the world's strongest slam on Andrade. What are we watching? What are we watching, bro? Oh Lord! All right, to finish up this match, man, Andrade he fakes Bandino out with the hidden elbow, right? And eventually he gets him up for an avalanche DM Uno, dos, tres. Bandito was out of here. But this match fucked, man. This match fucked very hard. And, you know, we're going to be steamrolling directly into this main event. But I'll be honest, man. I've liked at least 3 matches on this card. More than I've liked on the main event. So, like, more than I've liked the main event. So, no, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. MJF versus the Hangman. All right? In Texas Death. Let's talk about it. Now the length on this match. Why? Just why? I'm not gonna lie, man. 43 minutes is fucking wild, brother. Like, and hey, I love wrestling. I love wrestling as much as the next guy. There was a point in this match where I was just like, Tony, if you don't stop this match, I'm going to like literally catch a sonic jet. I'm going to catch a sonic jet to Los Angeles and stop it my fucking self. It was a lot, brother. It was a lot. Hangman, again, very resilient. One would say that maybe he should have taken some time off. I would say that maybe he should have taken some time off. This should have been somebody else. And maybe, again, this is just my agenda talking. Hangman, it's not even the stipulation that I think rings me out. It's the weight of the stipulation being this early in his revitalization. Like, we are just now supposed to be in the golden era of Hangman, and now it's being stunted by a stipulation when this could be anybody else. I'm sorry. Like, realistically, this could have just been Andrade. And like now, it's like, oh, well, now what does Hangman do? Put him in a fucking tag team match. I don't care. Like, listen, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being biased. I'll accept for 3 seconds I'm simply being biased. But the idea of Hangman just never being in the world title scene ever again, it does not sound right. And again, a lot of people are, you know, they're falling off on Hangman because of outside stuff, which is valid. It's fair. It's very valid criticism. I don't know, man. I don't know. But honestly, though, like, to speak on that very briefly, he did apologize, and he did say that he doesn't condone any of that sick behavior. He said that it's simply somebody that he has known for a very long time. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, it's practically like a cousin at that point. And it's the industry. It's, oh god, we can't get into the weeds about this. But it's basically just Hangman being written out of the main card, being written out of the main title scene for at least a year minimum. A lot of people are theorizing that the new contract might be like the stipulation, like kind of switch up, or that he might go heel and go back on his word. But I don't know. Just think about this for a second. Would Hangman going heel and going back on his word, would that work with so many people who are pro Hangman? Like, would that work? Or like, are you supposed to believe that, oh, what, like in a year's time, Kevin Knight's gonna be the world champion and Hangman's gonna go heel? You know, I don't know what that means. Like, again, it's the weight of what this means now. It has to be changed or nullified or something. But then again, it's the old argument. Well, if we aren't going to keep it, then why even do it? Right? I don't know, man. I don't know. And then I'm not going to lie. I'll be honest. This was a slow burn. This match was a slow burner. This match was definitely a slow burner. It had prospect to be like a really good like grappling execution. Like it had the execution on the grappling, it wasn't bad, right? Like I assumed that it would be a lot more stiff, a lot more violent, right? And then again, that includes like the quote unquote furniture, right? That includes the instruments, right? But I'm not even really speaking on that. I just mean like the chemistry that Bandito and Andrade had, right? Because that was the only last match I kind of like fully paid attention to. I skimmed through that trios match, right? So like the Andrade and Bandito match, that match, they had very good chemistry and a very like crisp back and forth, even so much to an extent with like the Young Bucks and the FTR, right? It just seems like there was a really solid level of like relatability there. And I really do, and again, it's a slow burn, right? Like I really do think that in the latter half of this match, both Maxwell and Hangman, they get a lot more frequent, they get a lot more comfortable with each other. But it was something about how the earlier pace of this match was going, and then it was like 2 to 3 table spots, and I was like, oh god, I'm not feeling these tables. I'm just not feeling and maybe that's just, it's so sad. It really just might be like WWE fatigue, but I feel like every time I see a table, I just see Slim Jim. I don't know. Every time I see a table, I see Slim Jim, and I'm just it's just like, ugh. You know what I mean? I got so much Jim Cornette-itis during this fucking match. I don't know what it was. But, the skewer spot was cool. I wasn't a big fan of the Cimarron spot, but I mean, what the fuck is my opinion, right? And I'm not gonna lie, just speaking on it from a booking standpoint, yes, Maxwell should have won this title defense, but Hangman, oh man, I don't know. I don't like the idea of Hangman just not being the world titles, and I don't know why. It's such a weird thought for me, but again, this is gonna get nullified somehow, some way. But if it's gonna get nullified, I don't really know why they did it. A lot of things, a lot of comments I can leave on this. But what I will say, this was a very very extreme match. You know, somebody in the front row chants that MJF isn't Terry Funk, and he's wearing Terry Funk gear. I had to be educated on that. You know, I'm no stranger to ignorance. But, you know, there's a lot of fine things about this match, right? Everyone took their spots fine. Nobody had to be... Well, no, Hangman literally had to be carried out in a stretcher, but that's obviously kayfabe. I doubt he had to be fucking... You know what I mean? I doubt he had to be hospitalized. Well, they did go flying through that electrocuting table, and electrocuting table was... It's kind of a buzzword, but it was a table with a lot of shit on it, right? And there was a lot of sparks, a lot of smoke. And one of the sparks, unironically, just kept going for like 30 to 40 seconds. And one of the commentators made note on it. That obviously wasn't supposed to happen. But other than that, I don't know if there was any like actual like real life injuries I was thinking about during this match. Like, there's a pretty good barbed wire spot. Like there's barbed wire spots, right? Like they're using sugar glass, which I think is smart. Anybody who shits on them for using sugar glass, I don't think you noticed what I don't think you've seen what actual glass can do to the human body. You know what I mean? So I mean, it's just little things. But what I will say, all in all, the match is fine. Very fine match. The ending visual with Hangman, getting taken out, how he got taken out, and his head bouncing off the camera. It was great. But him losing, man, him losing was just not on my bingo card. Wasn't on my bingo card. Wasn't a fan of it, man. Sorry, I wasn't a fan of Hangman losing. But again, that's my agenda. That's my bias. That's me kind of, taking up for my own kind of, the way I would like to book things, right? But it's fine. It was a long, gruesome match that I think both men played perfectly in. And, reasonably, Hangman is going to come out on the end of this. Again, I just very positive feelings about this match. I do want to say that the pay-per-view, all in all, it was very, very good. I just did not love this ending. I will be chopping up my official rating for this to be a solid 8, solid 9. Again, a lot of returns. Kenny Omega returns right after Swerve beats down on Brody King. That was good. I don't know if I mentioned that, but a lot of returns, a lot of good stuff about this. But it was just, I don't know. There's weird energy. It's weird energy that I felt throughout the entire night. Maybe that's because all the heels were winning, right? So, simple kayfabe. Simple kayfabe would do that to you. But, all right, that was your boy Cappy. All right, that is everything that I had officially for March 15, 2026 Revolution. All right, hope all of you have a great one, however you catch this, whenever you catch this. All right, and I have a lot of stuff going up for the rest of the week. So, as I always say, all right, you all stay tuned, stay safe, stay beautiful. All right, peace.